Noogies! Cute kid! The Apocalympics starts now.
Using real-life settings, we put the weapons, everyday objects, and theories to the test, empowering you with the skills and knowledge you need to survive. Be a hero. Zombie go boom. Kick undead ass.
Welcome, friends, to a very special episode of Zombie Go Boom. In honor of the 2012 London Olympics, we are featuring a three-part episode today. We will be featuring first the homemade Olympic torch, which we will show you how to do momentarily. Then we will feature a homemade javelin, which we will also show you how to prepare in part 2. And lastly, we will feature a football. Now, friends, we know that the football ain't gonna do bollocks, but we're gonna try it anyway. And afterward, we'll show you, football hooligans at home, how to find homemade items in your flat to create weaponry on your own, because we know how difficult it is to get weapons in the UK. Let the Apocalympics commence! That's right, friends. The Olympic torch, a symbol of togetherness. The fire, representing the purity of all the races of the world coming together as one to compete in our Olympic Games. Now to be defiled by bashing it repeatedly against a zombie head. Can the Olympic torch make a zombie go boom? Let's find out. Right, first up, a horizontal strike straight to the human race. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Shoes. Just singing in the rain. You've been a bad boy, haven't you, Alex? All right, let's take a look at what damage was just done with that first swing. So, if you can get in there and see that, we totally caved, that's just mush. Totally caved in the nose, and the cheekbone right here has a big old crack in it. So, that would knock back a member of a faction of a human gang trying to come after your gear. But it definitely would not kill a zombie. It would knock it down, allowing you to double tap. So what we're gonna do right now is try a vertical strike, something that we know is a proven method. Vertical strike straight to the top of the head. Here we go. You got a little bit of a nosebleed there, bud. All right, what happened was we of course hit the proven method, and if you can come over here, this was just from one strike. Of course, the fire was totally superfluous, but I mean, look at that. That's a dead zombie, man. So now I guess we're gonna make it go boom. So we've beaten our zombie down. Now we're gonna see how long it takes to catch this guy on fire, to sanitize it for the next group of passers-by that come through, just for safety's sake. This shirt has absolutely no accelerant whatsoever on it. We're just gonna see how long it takes. Here we go. Alright, so what we found is that it takes forever to burn your dispatched undead unless you have some type of accelerant, some kind of igniter like gasoline, kerosene, lamp oil, pure grain alcohol, or isopropyl. So we found that it's vastly more trouble than it's worth. Just dispatch them and move on. Don't waste precious resources. You're going to need those later. So our best recommendation for if you're living in a community is go ahead, put the legwork into it, put the muscle work into it, build a mass grave for any zombie opponent that's going to come along, kill them, throw them in there, cover them up with some dirt, and then just create a pile of bodies, because they're not going to get back up if you've dispatched them properly, and burning them is just way more trouble than it's worth. Well, it appears that the Apocalympic homemade torch is actually a very effective weapon, as long as you are bashing the crown of the cranium. It did fair damage to the front of the face, but nothing to keep your attacker at bay for long. Well, that does it for this episode. Make sure to stick around for parts 2 and 3. In part 2, we will be testing a home-built javelin, and in part 3, a soccer or football, and a football hooligan's weaponry, i.e. a rolled-up newspaper that should be as strong as a piece of wood, and a lock in a sock. That does it for this part 1 of Zombie Go Boom. I'm your host, Jim Goza. Happy hunting.